If you have been living under a rock for the past half a decade, you probably know what both these streaming services are: Apple Music and Spotify. For the target audience, which is teens from 14 to 18, it's Spotify wins it out, which for some people is kind of weird because most of these teens that are using Spotify Premium on their iPhones that offer Apple Music, which is the same price, and you can download music faster. And for some people, this really is just like whatever, but it offers Apple Music Sing, which is a karaoke version of Apple Music. And Spotify Premium have been, or just Spotify in general, have been, I guess, clashing with each other for the past 7-8 years, and it's kind of interesting to think about, like, Apple's getting beat out by a small indie company. Well, can't really say they're small because they're making $1 billion a year, so, but it's really, like, hard to wrap your mind around. $1 billion company, $1 trillion company, is getting beat out by some company that just got started out by some guy in his basement. But they've come a long way, and I guess I could show a little history. Apple Music was founded as you all know, iTunes. And iTunes was more of like you buy music and you download music and put on your iPod. But when the iPhone came out in 2007, it got changed drastically. You could download music, and introduced was music streaming. Now, it wouldn't take up any space on your phone, but it would use internet. So you had to be connected to internet or have cellular service. And in 2007, internet was hard to come by. So most of these people were using cellular service. So they had to remove it, and they just used download music until Spotify came around. And in like the same year the iPhone came out, Spotify came out, and they were doing alright. Didn't have many artists, but they were doing alright for themselves. And in 2011, they got a cease and desist order from several record companies, and they pretty much said, hey, you're giving people free music and not giving us royalties, so you're either paying up or we're suing you. So, and Spotify obviously didn't want to get sued, so what they did was they made a premium version where you would pay $109 a year for no ads, skipping music, limited skips, and just an overall better service. Now, this made people really angry, so a lot of people left Spotify, but there's still a bunch of people left. Now, as artists are getting paid and paid and paid, more artists are coming. Now, Apple saw this and decided to rebrand iTunes as Apple Music, which, as we know, is being sold out by Spotify. Now, if you're just some 14-year-old guy and you're looking for some good music, it offers so many more options than Spotify. They offer a radio version, which is just like stations for specific music, and then they offer like stations, which is like Eminem, and then like, so think of it like a family tree. Eminem's at the top of the tree, people are related to Eminem. Not like physically, but like music wise. Like they have similar music to Eminem. They have stations like that, which Spotify does not offer even in their premium version. Now, if you're a iCloud Plus subscriber or Apple One subscriber, you get Spotify. You don't get Spotify Premium. You get Apple Music free, and several other offers. So it's like a bundle, but Spotify does not offer any bundles. They do offer family versions and duo versions and student versions, but they all cost more yearly than Apple Music. And Apple Music with Apple One gives you more. So from personal experience, I think that for me, Apple Music works better. But if you're 14 years old and are going paycheck to paycheck for just anything, I would recommend Spotify, but you're getting more bang for your buck with Apple.
He was running for my pop.